Alright, so on the last video I talked about everything about the style panel, and I also said that I will talk about the merge buttons. That's what we are gonna talk on this video. First create a new layer, and then you have to first create any shape. Let's say I'm creating a box, and now you can't see those merge buttons at the top, so you will have to make sure to select the shape with the select shape tool, and while it is selected you are able to see all of these buttons. So all of these buttons are called as pathfinder settings in Adobe Illustrator. So if I open Adobe Illustrator, as you can see, the similar buttons, but they look a little bit different. Yeah, they are almost the same. So here it's called the pathfinder. So here I'm just taking this software as an example. Don't worry if you don't have this software, but what I'm trying to show you is how generally other softwares work. So when you have two different shapes, when it comes to softwares like Adobe Illustrator, now if you want to add them together or cut what's on top or keep whatever on the center or keep what's on the top or the bottom, on a situation like this you will have to select both, right? If you select one of these and if you press this, nothing's going to happen. As you can see, when you press, nothing's going to happen. So you have to select both and then press this to merge. So the other one and the other one and the other one. This is exactly how it works here. But in Moho it is a lot different. Here you have to create two shapes, but both of those shapes should be only in one single layer, okay, in order to work. So make sure that you create a shape, let's say a circle, and I'll create a circle right here. Okay, let's say you want to merge these two into one shape. Make sure that the circle is selected, right? Whatever on top is selected, and make sure this is selected. Now with the selection shape tool, you select the shape and you can press the merge button to merge it. So here when I move my mouse, you can see it is normal. It doesn't do anything, it's just the default one. And then you see the add. It is a lot different than here. Don't get confused, they are all different buttons. So here it's the second one to merge, it's called the add. So press that to add the shape. Now it just settled permanently, unless you undo, of course. You can select all of these points. Yeah, here you can select all of these points and you can move them. And the best part about this is the circle is still there. You can use all of these handles to change the circle, but they are just visually merged. That's awesome. Even compared to Illustrator, this feature is really cool. I will undo everything until we go back and we will try something new. Okay, also I said that this is visually attached. That means if you now press this button, it just visually attached only. So you can take this and move around, but the entire circle is still intact. Now this is not completely permanent. As you can see, all of these points are movable, right? But if you want it to be permanently attached, then we have the merge button. So if you press the merge button, now this is permanent. Yeah, this is what permanent is. Now when you click drag, as you can see, you can now alter the entire shape, not only the circle, but you are able to move the entire shape because this is a one single shape now. Before it just visually was attached the circle, you could move the circle and still it will look like the circle. Okay, now for the other button, that is the opposite of add, subtract. When you do this, you can see it is not subtracted yet. I mean, not permanently. You can move the circle, you can do all of this. Now while we move it here, you are able to make it so small, so you get a hole in the box. Now when you select the box, you need to select both to move, of course. As you can see, now there is just a hole in the box. And once again, after doing a subtract like this, remember pressing the merge button will permanently add it. Now for the last one, that is the clip. It says clip. So if you press clip, the circle gets into the box. It's like a masking now. It has attached a masking. When you select this tool and move it around, as you can see, the circle will be only be visible inside the box. Now let's say you decided to permanently settle this, maybe here or here, maybe here. Let's say you would like to permanently settle it, then you know what to do, right? So with the select shape tool, select it and press merge, and now when you move, it's just a permanent, oh, I mean half circle. Now as you can see, you can take it out if you want to, but now keep in mind these two are separate shapes as well. So Hope you understood all of this. Now we'll see another easy way to do this. While creating the shape itself, you have to do this. So let's create a new layer and delete the older one. While we are here, get the shape tool and make sure none of these are enabled. Okay, don't put a autofill, don't put a auto stroke. If you have put it, you can't work with it. Make sure it's disabled. Now I want to create a box, and I want to create a circle inside, because let's say I want to put a hole inside, so I will do this. Okay, now you have to see only tool available is this, the create shape. The select shape is not there because there is no shape here. This is not a shape, this is just a path. So you have to take this to select the shapes and make sure you click drag here, and now it will identify the hole. See, it's detecting it, right? While it's detected like this, when you click drag, it's going to show you a hole. Now you just press create shape and then it is going to settle it, and now you can select the whole thing and move. See, you can select this box so that all of these points in the center will get selected too, because it is now considered as one single shape because you just created it. Now we are going to see a different variation of this. So make sure you select this tool, and also if you don't like this box selection, press lasso mode and then you can click drag a circle. And now while this is selected, just move it to a side, maybe here. Right, now get that create shape tool and I'll just make sure this is disabled and then click drag like this. Now as you can see, it's going to identify it slightly different. If you want a shape like this, then press create shape. And now you can get this point selection tool and move the points here and there, or you could select the entire circle. Now it's very difficult to select the entire circle because now if I click, it's not detecting the circle. So I will have to take this tool, then click drag only on top of the circle. Now I'm able to move the circle. This is what I get. So now that you have learned both of these method, add subtract as well as the create shape using the create shape tool. Now keep in mind, more than this method, I would recommend try to use this button. This is more useful than, this is more easy compared to creating with the other tool. Now let's talk about what this blend is. Firstly, let me create a new layer and delete this one so we can talk about what that blend is. Now you get this tool and let's say you are creating a circle. Okay, now as an example, let's see how to create a fire. Okay, using that blend, fire animation using that blend. So now you take this point selection tool, select this point, maybe move it to the top, make it look like a fire. Okay, you can hold down alt and click drag on this, or else you can take this curvature tool and press this button. So now it looks much better. So also now we need to create this as a shape, so I'll just select all of these and press create shape now because I selected all the points, and then press create shape. Now this is settled. Now we know we don't need a stroke for the fire, we need the flame color. Let's say like orange is more suitable in this case. Like this is fine, and I'll also move it down like this and make it smaller. Alright, and now in order to flame this flame, let's call it the flame. So for this flame to move, you need a different shape. Okay, so in that case, triangle is the most useful one. So almost everybody in Moho try to use stars to create fire because that is the most easiest one. So let's create a star on top of this like this. You can adjust the sizes later and let this be here, but also before I creating the star, I should have thought about it. That is to enable the autofill so that I don't have to go and create that again and again as a shape and wait. So now it's really cool. If you want, change the color, but no need. Now you can get this tool, this one, and while this is selected, so you can see this subtract. So we are going to subtract it, right? While it is subtracted, and when you click outside, you can clearly see that it's getting hidden because of this star. So we can move this star, we can rotate this star, and when I rotate it, now I know it's not correct yet. It looks like a flame, but it doesn't look right now, but we will fix it. So now this method is called as creating a liquid shape. This is how you create a liquid in Moho. Okay, the blend technique, using the blend technique that I told, right? While this tool is shape is selected, this blend, that's how you create a liquid shape. So now it's 0, but if you enable it, see, both merges together. How cool is that? This is excellent. So you can make it obviously so big or not so much is up to you. I think I'll make it much bigger. And now we don't even know if 36 will be okay unless we really take this and move it and see. Now as you can see, it looks like flames. Yeah, you can maybe adjust this later. Now you can create your animation, or you can create a bone to this and do the animation. But first let's duplicate this one more time. So while this is selected, you can press Ctrl C while all of these points are selected. Ctrl C, Ctrl V. Now just move it to the other side and position it differently. Maybe here, but I would like to rotate it a bit. Just like that is fine, I guess. Now you need to create the animation for both. Also, Ctrl C, Ctrl V. Okay, I got one here. Now I would like to rotate this there, and here I don't want much to touch the flame, maybe this much. Yeah, that is fine. You can put another one here. Alright, so on the next video, let's talk about how we can animate a flame, okay, by connecting bones to all of the stars, and we'll see how to do this properly on the next video. And not only that, on the next video, let's talk about how to create like water in Moho by using liquid shapes.